It's Rachel. Every now and then you see these tips that other people are recommending online or social media. The thing about these kind of nifty trick shorts that people post, they show the idea and it makes a lot of sense, but very few of them go back later and show how it turned out. You can see behind me this row of carrots. When I saw a lot of, short little videos, etc., about a DIY seed starting gel that allowed you to plant crops like this that have to be direct seeded at a much thinner rate to avoid the need for hand thinning them later, I was excited, I wanted to try it, and I gave it a shot with some lettuce seed. It didn't work for me. I like the idea a lot. I mean, bear in mind, this could all just be user error on my part. I'm not saying that the whole technique doesn't make sense. I will walk through how I did this, and if you want to replicate it, you absolutely can. But I also wanted to show that it did not work for me because I think it's important to be real about the results and what happens in reality and not just in theory. Take 1 cup of water and 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Mix those together over low to medium heat until this starts to mix well and thicken to about the consistency of pancake batter. Put that into another container to cool down a little bit and then mix in your seeds. I used a ½ teaspoon of lettuce seeds. This then goes into a Ziploc plastic bag and you snip a small hole in the corner when you're ready to use it. Dig a furrow in your soil the same way that you normally would and squeeze the gel into the furrow as if it was frosting. After that, you water and keep the soil moist just as you would with any other seed. And here we are 3-4 weeks later, or even maybe a month long now. And as you can see, they germinated and the spacing's not bad. I think that spacing's certainly better than what I had for my arugula that was just kind of thickly seeded, and it's a heck of a lot better than these carrots. But these are just completely stunted. There's barely anything popping up here. For some contrast, I seeded all of these about 2 weeks after I used that DIY seed gel for the lettuce in the garden bed. And as you can see, they've all popped up, they're growing well. In many cases, they're starting to even get their first true leaves. They are way, way, way ahead of the ones that I used with the seed gel. The conditions have been ideal for this. I should have very, very healthy seedlings by now. We've had steady light rains, moist soil, moderate temperatures. Everything else is growing like gangbusters, but these little guys just are struggling. Not sure what's going on. Overall though, I would say not a fan of this method. That's it, quick one. It just didn't work. If you have tried this, and if it did work for you, and if you have some sense of why this didn't work for me, I would genuinely appreciate the feedback. I usually assume it's probably user error on my part when something doesn't work, and I am genuinely curious as to what my error might have been. If other people have tried this and had similar results, please let people know that too. It's entirely possible that everybody is out there trying the same thing and it's just fundamentally flawed and none of us are talking about it. I'm gonna go manually thin all of these carrots, and next year I think I'm just gonna plant stuff like I've always planted stuff, unless one of you can tell me what I did wrong, in which case, thank you ahead of time. Now, that's it, keeping it real. If I have any other failed experiments, I will make sure to share those too. Otherwise, until next time,